A good look at the home of the Tigers, Comerica Park here in Detroit. Today, game one of a quick two-game series between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Detroit Tigers. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Jordan Zimmerman, the right-hander from the state of Wisconsin, is on the mound here. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, Matty, in his last start, he went 6 innings. Didn't have a favorable outcome, ended up taking the loss, but he was relatively decent. He'll look to build on that here.
Gregory Polanco makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Right fielder, Gregory Polanco.
And we are underway this afternoon as the first pitch is over for a called strike one. Eric, these Tigers, as they begin play here today, been a middling start to the season as they come in 2-3 over their first 5.
And they were able to come away with the victory last night, so another performance like that would make their manager a happy man.
Oh, he breaks off a beauty there, 0-2 now.
Showing off that curveball early on here, and it's a pitch that he's going to need, and these first couple look like they're breaking pretty good.
Squared that one up just a little late. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. Our temperature here this afternoon creeping up to the 60-degree mark here at first pitch. Right back at him, but I think it got his glove. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Oh, you better have to pay attention to this guy right now. He is heating it up. 7 straight games now with that hit.
Starling Marte will dig in now. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest.
Well, you look at the average on the season, guys, and he's not sneaking up on anybody. Pretty amazing numbers for him right there. So yesterday's performance, obviously no fluke.
So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew working this one. Behind the plate is Eric Summersgill.
Well, I think Summersgill is pretty well liked as an umpire, but if he gets any gruff, it seems like it's often coming from right-handed batters on pitches they don't think they can reach. I'm curious if we'll see any of that in this one.
Grounded to the right. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Yeah, it looks like these guys mean business. Back-to-back singles here to start the ball game. They want to put as much pressure on this guy as they can early on.
Andrew McCutchen will stand in, and he is off to a dreadful start at the plate as he has not hit the ball well in April. Zimmerman comes set. First pitch on the way.
1-0.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
Good late break to the slider. 87 on the gun there. It's 1-2.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient, because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Has to be thinking strikeout here. And, oh, this one's by him to the backstop. So now 2 men in scoring position.
Boy, it's already been a tough start to this inning as it is. And now the wild pitch is going to make things even tougher, as that'll move 2 men into scoring position now, still with nobody out.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. A chance here to check out the starting lineup for the visiting Pirates. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Steve?
You got to be swinging at good pitches. Avoid wasting at-bats by going out of the strike zone on this guy.
Jung Ho Gong will dig in now, and as you can see, he's well over 300 here to start this new campaign. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike one.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Especially starting off an at-bat.
Skied into straightaway right. Martinez has a read on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. And a relay to the plate, and not in time as the run scores.
Well, that's all he's hoping to do right here. Just get that thing airborne and get that first run of the game home. He does his job, picks up the RBI.
David Freese will get his first shot now. He too had 3 knocks in yesterday's win. Into the seats, 0-1. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Takes this the other way to right. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third.
Yeah, a great start for him so far. They go up 2-0 on a base hit here, and they're doing it off one of the best pitchers in the game.
Standing in now, Francisco Cervelli, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. A runner on first with 2 away. Hard hit ball to second. Backhanded. And a gorgeous flip to second, and with that, the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. Bucks out in front, 2-0. Francisco Liriano, the Dominican left-hander, will get the nod to start here. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, this will be his second start of the season. In his first start, he already got himself in the win column. He'll be looking to add to that here.
Jose Iglesias comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop, Jose Iglesias.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Eric, we take a look at the Pirates as they take the field here this afternoon. They come in as hot as anyone in this first week of the season as they've won 5 of their first 6 contests.
Yeah, and you look back to that last game, you'll take production like that anytime you can get it. It makes a starter's life easier. Heck, it makes your whole staff breathe easier.
Ready with the 0-2. Hit well on the ground to first. Jasso is up with it. He'll take it to the bag himself, and the leadoff man is gone here to start the home first. And now a look at the hometown Tigers starting lineup in this one. What's going to be the key for him today, Steve?
Well, you got to chip away. You're down by 2 after the top of the first, and that doesn't guarantee they're not going to score more runs as this game goes along, but find a way to get yourself back in this game.
Ian Kinsler will stand in. He comes off an 0-for-4 in last night's ball game.
Well, when you have a rough day at the plate, it's all about letting it go. You can't dwell on it for too long.
Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball 1. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Oh, he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Pirates align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, we have an opportunity to watch Andrew McCutcheon out there in that outfield. Man, he can play. Does a lot of things defensively, can go get the ball, covers a lot of ground, and has a pretty darn good throwing arm as well.
Miguel Cabrera will stride in now. 2 hits for him, including a home run in last night's contest. Here comes the first pitch. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. Good cut that time by Cabrera, but he couldn't come up with it. It's 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Trying to get Cabrera to chase there, but it's 1-2.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
2 out, nobody on. High fly ball out to straightaway center. McCutcheon is under it. And that ends the inning. Down in order go the Tigers. They trail it here 2-0. Matt Joyce will stand in as he'll get a break from playing the field and be the DH here in this one.
Yeah, it's a nice luxury to have here in an interleague ball game. You give him a little bit of a break from the field, but you still keep that big bat in the lineup.
Zimmerman looks in. Here's the first pitch. Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0. Now here's the pitch. 2-0.
You can bet he's a little rattled still from that first inning. He gave up a lot of solid contact that first time through the lineup.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Boy, and this is why you're trying to get yourself into good hitters' counts. This is just right down the middle on 2-0, and swinging at this should be your reward, but he decides to let it go.
Hit high and deep out to left center field. Ranging back is Maben, still ranging back. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A solo home run there for Matt Joyce. And the lead for the Pirates is now 3-0.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered in yesterday's ball game too, so he's riding a pretty good hot streak these past couple of days.
Here's John Jaso now.
First baseman, John.
As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 413 feet, the estimate on that last home run. Hit hard toward the right side, but right to Cabrera, and that's the first out. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the defense for the Detroit Tigers. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, Matty, not enough people give Miguel Cabrera credit for what he's able to do defensively. Remember, he came up as a shortstop with the Marlins and moved to third base, and now is one of the greatest hitters to ever play the game. But that overshadows his defensive abilities. He's no slouch with the leather.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Josh Harrison stands in as he looks at a called strike. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Maven on the run. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting,
Gregory Polanco stands in.
Polanco.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A big roundhouse curveball in there for strike one.
And you kind of wonder if he's learned anything out there. There's another pitch right down the middle. And I think he's lucky that that one didn't get hit a long way.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. And tough fastball to lay off on 1 and 2, but he did, and it's 2 and 2 now.
Boy, that's a good take there. I don't think I could have laid off that one.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3 and 2.
Well, when you have a guy 2 and 2, you can throw something out of the zone, try and get him to chase, but when it's that far below the strike zone, it becomes a lot easier to lay off.
Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. 1 in the inning for the Pirates on the home run. And as the Pittsburgh TV guys like to say, clear the deck. Cannonball coming. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 3-0 Pittsburgh. J.D. Martinez will dig in now, and he's got to be wondering when his bat's going to make the trip north from spring training, as he has really struggled in the early going. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1.
Well, you got to figure that this guy's going to come out here free and easy here in the second. He's got a 3-run cushion already. No reason not to come right after these guys.
That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Wow, a real sharp break to this thing. It's a slider, and he starts it out over the middle of the plate. Well, the hitter thinks he's got something that he can handle, and then this thing just makes a beeline right for his hands. That is a tough pitch.
Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
1 strike.
Pops this one up. And he'll squeeze this one for the second out.
Well, we could hear him all the way up here in the booth. Just a big old, ugh!
Nick.
Well, that's what pop-ups will make you do.
Nick Castellanos will stand in. A couple of hits in that ball game last night. Boy, and good pop to the fastball there from Liriano. Strike 1.
Real good lateral movement on that two-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1, here it comes. A ball and 2 strikes, the count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
And this is exactly what he does so well. He'll make you so convinced that you're going to see a fastball, and then he's going to go the other way on you.
Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
Sometimes all it takes is just one call to go against you, like that one right there, and then you get yourself out of your own rhythm. You got to be able to put that behind you and move on.
Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. Still down 3-0. A nice aerial view of downtown Detroit as we welcome you back to baseball on the show from Comerica Park. Starling Marte is into the box as we are all set to begin the 3rd.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Hit hard up the middle, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning. So with the leadoff man at first, time to jump back a half century or so as we call on today's version of this date in baseball history. Andrew McCutcheon will stand in now, a Silver Slugger recipient for National League outfielders a year ago. Before the first pitch, a check at first. And a dive, but he's back.
Keeping him close.
Trying to jam him with the first pitch slider, but it's in a bit too tight for ball 1. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
He's in there. And the runner will get back standing. Here comes the 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
Here it comes on 1-1. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
Well, they certainly paid a lot of attention to him over there at first, and it was wise to do so. But in the end, they had to come to the plate sooner or later, and he winds up taking second here on the stolen base.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Hit hard back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. Around third is Marte heading home. The run scores from second. That makes it a 4-0 ball game. And he is out trying for 2 bases, but credit him with a single and an RBI here. Jung-Ho Gong comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one.
And even though that is a strike, it's okay. These guys have been really patient at the plate. They've had a good game plan up there, and it's worked out for them so far.
Zimmerman gets the sign. Here's the 0-1. Drilled to the right side, and that's through for a hit.
Third baseman.
And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. David Freese steps in with one in, one out, and one on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. No, you start to worry that maybe this already has the makings of a short outing.
And that's not what that man right there wants to hear. He'd hate to have to make a change this early, but he might have to.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And that's too high, ball two.
Yeah, he's looked at two close pitches. You get the feeling that this is the calm before the storm. I think he'll unload on this one if this thing is anywhere near the zone.
The 2-0 on the way. And wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now.
Whew, that's a gift.
Runner at first here, one man out. All even now, 2-2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. But this is speared by the first baseman. But they'll just get the one out here as the runner will get back safely at first.
Sure not fooling a whole lot of guys in these first few innings. That ball was absolutely raked. And it's not the first one that's been hit hard. He's just fortunate that that one was right at his man.
Into the box now, Francisco Cervelli.
Nope.
And he lays off there, 1-0.
Well, you're not going to get that call if you've been all over the place. Now, if I'm pitching, I want that call, but at this point, he hasn't earned it.
Grounded up the first baseline. Oh, and he takes his eye off it there as it goes right past him into right. The throw to third, and he is in there.
Well, you got to start a streak somewhere, and he's well into this one now. A 6-game hit streak with that base hit. He's swinging the bat pretty good right now.
Matt Joyce stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third. Now the Tigers have some action in the bullpen as a left-hander starts to get loose. First delivery to him on the way. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
You can bet they'd love to have him get out of this without having to call in that bullpen just yet.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. And he falls behind, 0-2. He struck him out, and it could have been worse. The inning over with only a run coming across to score. Pirates get just the one, and that's all. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Pirates 4 and the Tigers nothing. Justin Upton will come forward to begin the inning. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
And they're still searching for a base runner. It's been 6 up, 6 down to start the game.
Into the windup and the pitch. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. it's a ball and a strike. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Ready on 1-2. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second with a punch out, 1 away.
And here's the 4-pitch sequence again on Show Track. You'll notice it's all hard stuff early in the count. First 3 pitches, then he pulls the string on him here on pitch number 4, and down he goes.
Here's Cameron Maben now. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Down and away, ball 1. A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Still 2-2. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. And this continues right on through him as he couldn't knock it down. Around first, heading for second now, and he'll get in there safely. James McCann will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday. He's set. Here it comes. Too high, 1-0. Runner goes for third. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw not nearly in time as he takes third easily.
Normally, when you see a guy steal third base, it's because he got a nice walking lead. Really got out there nice and far. But here, he had almost no lead whatsoever when he made his break. Very fortunate to get away with that one.
1 out and a runner on third. Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone. 1-2. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. The 1-2 pitch. Hit down the line at first, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Hit the other way out toward right field. Moving under it, Polanco. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third as this should get him on the board. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Well, nobody's going to confuse this guy with Miguel Cabrera or Chris Davis, but with the runner on third, he doesn't have to hit the ball out of the ballpark. Just has to get one deep enough out there to deliver that run from third. That's nice going.
Jose Iglesias will dig in again. He grounded out to start the home first.
Not really a good at-bat there. Forget getting out, but he didn't see any pitches as well.
Here's a 2-seamer inside to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
And now after that sac fly, this is where you got to just clear the deck and start this inning over.
And this misses as it moves to 2-0 now on the Tigers shortstop. And he watches this one in there for a high strike. Fly ball out toward left center field. McCutcheon is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh my goodness. Back for more from Detroit after this. John Jaso is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
You love to try to be able to get ahead of hitters, and he has thrown a first pitch strike about 60% of the time, but he's not throwing them in good locations, and that's why he's getting hit.
Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Oh, just a little over anxious right there. I guess he figured he had a pretty good gauge on that fastball, and he hoped he'd see it again, but he got the curveball instead.
Sent toward first, and a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
Not a bad guy to have hitting in your 8 spot. You know, that guy's no slouch up there, and he comes through with a solid single here.
Josh Harrison is at the plate now, flied out in his first at-bat. And this is taken outside for ball one.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone, and it's probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
The 1-0 delivery. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. So now might be a good time to call him that 2-seamer running in.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. Chopped weakly to the left. Taken in by Castellanos. Kinsler for 1. On to first. And as Ernie may have said, it's 2 for the price of 1 for the Tigers. 2 away.
Well, that's the absolute definition of a pitcher's pitch right here, especially in a double play situation. I mean, not only is this pitch down, I don't even think it's in the strike zone, and that's an easy double play.
Here's Gregory Polanco. As he'll take a look at ball one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Now a ball hit hard toward first. And no shot there for Cabrera. It's a fair ball. Around first, digging for 2 now. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
And now another base runner for him to contend with now. And as we bring up his line, you can see that's an even 10 hits against him so far. And you have to wonder how much longer they're going to let him stay out there.
Starling Marte We'll get an opportunity here in a run-scoring spot now following the two-out double.
And this is really where you earn your money. Runner on second, 2 outs. Let's see what he can do here.
A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Grounded back up the middle. Played on the backhand. And nothing will come of the two-out double as the inning is over. Pirates leave 1 as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Leading off the inning, Ian Kinsler, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
And right back at it is Liriano as he gets ahead on the first pitch of the inning here, 0-1.
Well, he's thrown a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters he's faced, so that's a pretty good percentage because we're into the middle innings right now.
Chopped foul right at home plate. Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. And another foul ball. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1.
Well, this is what folks mean when they're talking about finishing off a hitter. They decide to come right with the fastball here, 0-2, just runs right by him.
The first baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in their knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out.
Well, what's the best way to make sure that cleanup guy doesn't get to hit with runners on base? How about back-to-back strikeouts? That'll do the job.
Here's J.D. Martinez as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. Four to 1 our score as we play inning number 4. Hot shot toward third, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Well, he's been a little slow out of the blocks here to start the season, but that looks a little better there as this is a sharp base hit.
Victor Martinez in now, popped out in his first trip.
Yeah, he just uppercut a fastball. That top hand kind of dragged through the zone, which caused the bat head to drop a little bit.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Well, now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet, not by a long shot.
1 run, 2 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. And this one's in the dirt, but fortunately here, no advance. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Liriano sets, 3-1 on its way. And the count will be full. Sent on the ground out to second. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw in time and the side is retired. When we return, it'll be Andrew McCutchen to start things out. It's the Pirates 4 and the Tigers 1. And here is Andrew McCutchen now. He'll start things out as we begin the fifth. Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one.
Well, this start's been a real bear for him so far. You see the pitch count here to start the fifth. That has to be a concern.
Here's a drive by McCutchen. Hit well out to deep left field. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. Line towards center field. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
With some guys, it doesn't matter if it's 0-2 or 2-0. They take the same approach either way. Well, this right here is one of those guys, and he comes through from being down in the count.
Daniel Norris is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here. Jung Ho Gong will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher, as he'll do so with a runner at first and nobody out. First offering on its way. And here's a fastball called for strike one. Maybe a spot to pitch out on 0-1.
Well, I think he wants to go, no doubt. Might not be too bad an idea.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And he lays off a pitch down and away. Ball 2. And that's upstairs, running the count to 3-1.
Is he worrying too much about that guy on first?
I think he might be. Guys worry so much about the stolen base, but they don't realize that a walk is 10 times worse.
Three and 2 now. Fifth inning here in a 4-1 ball game. Just hung in there on that one. He's set. Here's the 3-2. On the ground up the middle. Kinsler to his right. He has it on to first, so he comes right out of the bullpen and gets the double play.
Oh, it's just so nice to be able to bring in a reliever that can get you a ground ball. Sure enough, first batter he faces, he gets him to hit the ball on the ground, and it turns into a very important double play.
Some action now in the Tigers bullpen as they'll get a left-hander and a right-hander up to throw. Here's David Freese to stand in as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Head down through first. He's heading for 2. And he'll make it in there with a 2-out double.
Boy, I'll tell you what, he went down and beat a good pitch right there. This thing is right on the knees, maybe even a little below the knees, but he still went down and got it. And he pulls into second with 2 bases. That is some sweet hitting.
Stepping in now, Francisco Cervelli, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1. For Freese, it's his 4th double here in this early part of the year. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
Yeah, he just chased out of the zone on that first pitch. This time he started to, but he wisely pulled it back.
Fastball not close, and he runs it to 2 balls and a strike. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. High in the air out towards shallow right. Martinez has it in his tracks, and that's the 3rd out. We are in Motown, but I don't think we'll be seeing any of these people dancing in a soul review tonight. We're back to Comerica Park right after this. Nick Castellanos will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Boy, and good pop to the fastball there from Liriano, strike 1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game, because right now they just seem out of it.
And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
It just overmatched him there. It's a 1-2 fastball, and this is right by him. Absolutely no contest.
Here's Justin Upton now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. That's by him for strike 1.
Yeah, he's getting some good run on that 2-seamer. It's moving better than it was even a few innings ago.
And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Next offering from Liriano will make an even 70 pitches thus far. And Upton swings and misses on a good pitch, and he's set down on strikes for route number 2.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point, so his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Here's Cameron Maben now, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. Back to the mound and off his leg. And he can't pick it up. That ought to go down as an infield single. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. James McCann digs in here, having earned an RBI on a sac fly in his first plate appearance. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Pitch inside the throw, and he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. Tigers are shut down there. They trail it 4-1. Matt Joyce will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the second inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. And wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, that finds a zone, but some of these pitches are getting a little too much elevation. That could come back to bite him.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first.
I tell you, that one's coming in fast, but it's going out faster. Does he square this one up or what? You bet he does.
John Jaso digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Number 59 will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Number 59.
First pitch of the at-bat. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball one. Sixth inning. 4-1 is our score. Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. And he'll step off and fire to the bag. But the runner's back easily. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. On the ground for Kinsler. This could be 2. To Iglesias for 1. On to Cabrera, and it's a double play.
Now batting, second baseman, Josh Harrison.
Josh Harrison will stand in now with 2 away, and it's back to the drawing board here following the double play.
Yeah, and that was the 3rd of the game so far, and it's going to be really hard to win when you're just giving away outs like that.
There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. All the way here to start the at-bat.
And that's fine, but you can't be afraid to work inside. You can jam this guy, get him to roll over something. You don't have to strike him out.
Hit to third. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Bucks go down quietly, but they lead it 4-1. James McCann will come in now to begin their half of the 6th, and it's been a struggle for them so far. Just 3 hits through the first 5 innings.
And that's certainly not going to be enough to get the job done. And as the scoreboard bears out, if they want to get back in this game, I think this is the inning that it needs to start happening.
Liriano has his target. Here's the first pitch. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
And that'll get on through into center field, so he's got himself a leadoff single.
This is what you call an ambush swing right here. You're hitting in the back of the order. You're looking dead red early in the count, kind of just hoping the pitcher might relax and forget about you for a minute. Then you get that fastball middle in, and you jump all over it.
Jose Iglesias will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. 1 there. The relay not in time as he beats the throw by a step.
The batter, number 3, second baseman, Ian Kinsler.
So a runner at first now with 1 away, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Danger here as this is a guy who can make this a 1-run game.
And if he does, make him do it out to right field. I wouldn't give him anything he can pull.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
1 run, 4 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. 3-0 now. Danger looms on deck here in the person of Miguel Cabrera. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. Hit out of play, and it's a full count now. Here comes the payoff pitch. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with 1 away.
Yeah, just the first walk he's allowed to this point, and it comes here in inning number 6. Really, that's a testament to the way he's been working the edges of the strike zone. Very few unnecessary runners so far.
Miguel Cabrera will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. In there at the knees, strike one.
Good pitch right there, right on the heels of a walk. He needed to get ahead of the next guy, and he did just that.
Runners are at first and second with one away. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
And he'll take a look at a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2. Late making contact on that swing, and we'll do it again on 1-2. First and second now, one man out. Hit back up the middle. Harrison has it. There's one. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
Boy, and this would have been a really costly double play, but fortunately he's hustling all the way down the line, and he's able to beat that throw on the back end.
J.D. Martinez will come forward now in a great RBI chance here with runners at the corners.
And these opportunities have been few and far between so far. They've got to make something happen soon, or this game might just get away from them.
And a fastball's in there for strike one. Runners at the corners, two men out. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2. Hot shot to third. And a sliding try there at third, but it skips by him, a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's now a 4-2 game.
Boy, he comes through with a 2-out, 2-strike RBI. That's a real confidence builder right there, and conversely, that's very deflating if you're out there on the mound.
Victor Martinez strides in now, and we'll see if he can come through with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th.
Well, there's still a lot of this game left, but it is starting to get late. This is a big opportunity that they don't want to let slip away.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Maybe that's off the black just a little bit, but when you're around the plate as much as he's been, you're going to find that you're going to get a few calls like that.
Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. Looking to minimize the damage here. Line to the right side, but foul. 2 down, runners at first and second. Again, he sends it out of play. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. A ball and 2 strikes, here it is. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. Hit hard towards center, and that's in there, base hit. But this is well up the line, and he's safe at home plate. Nick Castellanos steps into the box, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home in the inning so far.
Well, this could be a huge inning or maybe the end of the inning. This is a pivotal at-bat in one of the turning points of this ballgame right here.
Now here's Clint Hurdle out of the Pittsburgh dugout on his way to the mound. And that's going to be all for Francisco Liriano. So as he departs, his fate is still up in the air. He could stand to win it. He could get a no decision. He could even be on the hook for the loss if both runners come around to score. Jared Hughes will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his third game this season.
Jared Hughes.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball one. Too much bite on the sinker, and he's behind 2-0 now.
A much better approach here at the plate so far. But he's not working from behind in the count like he has his first few at-bats.
2 men are on with 2 men out. And a sinker is over that time. It's back to 2-1.
A lot of people think that pitch will burn straight down, but it will work back a little bit towards righties, like that one did right there.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Hit out towards second. Gloved by Harrison. Throw on to first, and they're able to escape the monster inning as the side is retired. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. 7th inning coming up. It's the Pirates 4 and the Tigers 3. Back here now at Comerica Park in Detroit. It's on to the 7th inning with the Pirates leading in this one, but before the inning gets underway, let's check out the game summary to this point. Alex Wilson will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season.
Alex Wilson.
Gregory Polanco ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. One and 1. Here it is. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
Well, if he's going to overcommit to pitches like that down in the zone, I'd keep throwing him until he proves he can lay off.
Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2.
2-2.
Outside and a full count. 3-2. One thing that man right there will not tolerate: leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
Hit hard to short. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And with his speed, forget it. The throw's not nearly in time, and that'll be scored an infield single.
Oh, nothing too out of the ordinary right there. He just doesn't look this one into his glove. And now all of a sudden, they've got a man on here to begin this inning.
Here's Starling Marte as he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball. 1-0. We're in the 7th inning now of a 4-3 ball game. Fastball misses away here. It's 2-0. Here's a look over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
And another throw over. A dive, but he's back. Two 2-0 count, and the pitch. Outside, 3-0 now. On deck, there's Andrew McCutchen. He'll hit next. Nobody out, runner on first. In tight as this pitch misses, and it's a 4-pitch walk.
And once he got to 2-0, I think he started peeking over at that on-deck circle because it was pretty clear that he didn't want any part of this guy.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Andrew McCutchen. He singled his last time up. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. And a curveball that he didn't get on top of there. It's 1-1. Nail-biting time now in that third base dugout.
Well, things are starting to spiral here, and you've got to make sure this doesn't spin completely out of control.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, a good job here of working himself back into a hitter's count, especially with 2 men on base in front of him.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. In danger now of a second walk out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
And this could really be trouble now because with runners on every base, they've got a chance to really break this thing wide open.
Jung Ho Gong stands in looking to turn this narrow lead into a wide one if he can come through with a big base hit here.
Yeah, Matt, but conversely, if the man on the mound can get out of this jam, he'll keep this a very tight game. Big moment right here.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1.
You cannot let this situation get any worse. You got to be thinking strikeout or ground ball. Even if you allow 1 run to score in this inning, that would be a major victory.
Hard liner toward short. Oh, he gets a glove on it, knocks it down. But the recovery will get an out on the play as they do get the force at second, so put runners on the corners, but that could have been a whole lot worse. David Freese will dig in. He doubled his last time.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Maben giving chase. 2 down. And the run is in to score on the sac fly as they double things up to lead it 6-3.
Could be a big insurance run right there. You'll take anything you can get at this point, and that pushes a lead up to 3, so he'll be getting some high fives in that dugout.
Justin Wilson will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season.
Justin Wilson.
Francisco Cervelli will be the first to greet him here as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away. On the ground to third. Castellanos is there. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So they wind up with a couple of gift runs here on no hits as the runs were pretty much handed to them. It's stretch time in Motown. It's the Pirates 6 and the Tigers 3. Leading off the inning, Justin Upton, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. One-0 pitch is a sinker swung on and missed 1-1.
This is not the first time today that he's chased out of the zone. That's why he's looking at a hat trick.
Slider clocked in the mid-80s there. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Slider, and that's hit on the ground towards second. Harrison's got it, throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Center fielder number 4, Cameron Maven.
So 1 away now, and here's Cameron Maben. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
The catcher, number 34, James McCann.
James McCann will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance. First pitch on its way. And he'll start the at-bat with a slider that didn't miss by a whole lot. It's ball 1. In for a strike. It's 1-1. Credit where credit's due. This guy's done a good job out of the bullpen.
No question. He's been able to hold that lead, and these guys really haven't threatened him at all.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a foul tip that's held onto at the plate, and the count moves to 1-2 now.
Yeah, that's just the same pitch 3 times in a row. I guess he figures, why mess with success when you get it to 1-2?
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
Yeah, just a nice job of hitting that time. You can see he's got a strong top hand there, and he just hooks this one into the hole for a 2-out single.
Jose Iglesias will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Scorched to third, fielded by Freeze, and that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Tigers leave 1. They're still doubled up. It's 6-3. Number 59 will stand in now as he'll be getting his first plate appearance in this one here in the 8th. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Slow curveball like a balloon, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 2. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
Yeah, and you know what? I think we're going to see a lot of this. He's pitching backwards a little bit here. It's a 2-strike cut fastball running in, and that guy is no match up there at the plate.
Now time is barked out by the home plate umpire. Sean Rodriguez will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning.
Rodriguez.
And a high strike there, 0-1.
Now, he might have been on the on-deck circle just saying, man, I get one at-bat and it's against this guy? Thanks a lot.
And it's quickly 0-2. One out, nobody on. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are two away.
A good heater right there. We'll take a look at it again on show track. Guys, that's already his second strikeout of the inning, and he's done it on the minimum of 6 pitches.
Josh Harrison stands in. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Hit sharply toward the right side. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
A pretty good swing there. You'll watch. Head stays down, ball gets deep in the zone, and he lets those hands lead the way, and he drives it to right field. That's as good an approach as you're going to see.
Now a snap throw to first, and he's back standing. Here's Gregory Polanco, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. The 0-1 on its way. Grounded back up the middle. Backhanded. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. One left for Pittsburgh. They still lead it 6-3. Sean Rodriguez will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base.
Now playing first base, number 3.
Ian Kinsler will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
Neftali Feliz will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign.
Neftali Feliz.
And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1.
Yeah, showing no fear there. He put the pitch right at the letters away, but that guy didn't want any part of it.
Swing and a liner. Foul. Feliz is ready. Here's the 0-2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And that's taken high for a ball. It's full now, 3-2.
You don't want to lose the leadoff hitter here. Not when you got this guy on deck.
And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
Well, that's just some indecision there on 3-2. He's thinking, should I swing? You could just see him try and hold up, but by that point, he'd already broken the plane. That's an easy call.
Miguel Cabrera will stand in, and he's been quiet today, but you just wonder if that's going to last the entire 9 innings.
Normally it doesn't. But give these guys credit. They've had a plan of attack, they've stuck to it, and they've gotten good results.
And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1.
And time's getting short here. You don't want to have to face that closer in the 9th inning needing 3 runs. They need to cut that gap down somehow.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a fastball in there for a strike, 1-1. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
They haven't been afraid of coming right after this guy. They've made him have to swing the bat.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. McCutchen on the move. 2 gone.
Well, they took him up the ladder right there with the fastball, and he actually did a pretty good job to get wood on it at all. But it's still an easy play out there in center field.
J.D. Martinez will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he takes ball 1. Two out, nobody on. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. And here's a ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Down in order go the Tigers. Can't cut into that 6-3 deficit. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Starling Marte, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
And he's already been on base 3 times in this ballgame, so let's see if he can do it one more time.
From the stretch. Hit high and deep to right center. Maben going back on it at the track, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. And he is into third base with a triple. His 3rd hit this afternoon.
Well, this ball's hit pretty well out to right center field. Not too far away from getting out of here as it's off the wall, and that's just great hustle to try and push his luck, and he makes it up to 3rd with a triple.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now, as he'll go after the first pitch and send a ground ball down to 3rd. And to score is the runner from 3rd. It's a 7-3 ball game.
Oh, man. Fair to say that didn't take too long. A leadoff triple on the first pitch, followed up by an RBI single on the 2nd. Man, I've heard of quick strike offenses, but come on.
Into the box, Jung Ho Gong, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Comes set with the 0-1. On the ground near home. That winds up foul for the second strike. A runner at first with no outs here. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. A quick out number 1.
And this is right where they wanted this thing. You see it on show track there. They wanted to take him up around the letters, hoping for the pop-up, and that's exactly what they got.
Here's David Freese to stand in. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Here it comes, 1-0. Hit hard toward first, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
Yeah, if you're going to start an at-bat with a pitch out, it means you're willing to let a guy hit from ahead in the count. And we all know that batting averages are much higher on 1-0 than they are on 0-1. They've learned the hard way there.
Settling in now, Francisco Cervelli. He's 1 for 4 for the game. And that misses inside, 1-0.
He's going to have to punch his way off the ropes now.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. That hole getting a little deeper now. It's 2-0.
This is the kind of inning he's not pitching efficiently. He's just trying to be too darn fine. He's not trusting his stuff.
Here he comes on 2-0. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
And now he's made most of the hitters inside conscious. And, of course, that opens up the outside corner when he has to go there.
Line to the right side. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with 1 away.
And at this point, I don't think you could expect anything less than a 2-hit ball game from this guy. I mean, he's been as hot as anybody lately, and he comes through again here.
Bobby Parnell will take over now with 1 away in the top of inning number 9. Number 59 will be the first one to greet him here, as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now. He's ready now. The pitch. Fastball that gets the inside corner, strike 1.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
Here comes the 0-1. Pulled toward right center field. Maben is there, and that should be deep enough to score the run. And he will score on the sacrifice fly.
And at this point, every added run just makes it more and more likely that they're going to get out of here with a victory. And they tack on one more here on the sacrifice fly.
Digging in, Sean Rodriguez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
And he was absolutely frozen with a good fastball. So let's see if he's a little more aggressive on that pitch this time.
This is line to left. That's in there. Base hit. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
You think he was looking for a fastball there? I think he was. That's about as hard a hit ball as you're going to see, and he was right on that one.
Josh Harrison will stand in another dangerous spot here in the inning as this ball game is hanging on the precipice of getting out of hand.
Yeah, I think you have to get this guy if you're going to have any chance of sticking around. Even a single here might put this one out of reach.
From the stretch. Inside with the fastball, it's 1-0.
And it's worth pointing out that they're burning through that bullpen here in Game 1 of this series. That could have an effect on the rest of this week.
Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. From the belt, the pitch. On the ground up the middle. Iglesias is up with it, and an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. So they wind up with 2 in the inning, but it could have been a lot worse as they leave the bases loaded. On now to the bottom of inning number 9. Pittsburgh leads this one 8-3. Striding in to start the 9th, Victor Martinez. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
Jay Cornette will come on in relief as he'll make his 2nd appearance of the season so far.
Jay Cornette.
Swing and a ball hit out toward right center. McCutchen has a read on it, 1 away.
And this isn't always the way you want to play it here. I mean, it's late in the game. Your guys are losing. Wouldn't be such a bad idea to take a pitch or 2. Instead, he chases after the very first pitch, and it's an easy out.
Nick Castellanos will step in, a ground out victim as last time. Pitch on the way. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Called strike 0-2.
Oh, you like the way this guy is just going about his business here. He's got a big lead, but he's pitching like it's a tie game here in the 9th.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
Nope.
That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
Well, you know, when you're behind in a count like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
94 on the outer edge. You can't help but take that.
Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
And you know what, guys? This is a big league battle going on right now. Neither guy wanting to back down. No sign of weakness on either side.
Chopped at the plate. That rolls foul, and they'll do it again.
Just finding a way to stay alive up there.
And now this will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Count is full. Here's the pitch. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. One out, nobody on. Here's a swing and a high pop-up, drifting toward the third base dugout, and he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out.
Well, this will wind up nothing more than a pop-out in the scorebook. But what won't go unnoticed in that dugout is that he battled for an awfully long time there. That takes a lot of energy out of a guy when he's got to throw that many pitches.
Justin Upton makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the ninth inning.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. The win would belong to Francisco Liriano should the lead hold up. Ball 2. Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Too high as he misses again here, and it's 3-0 now. You figure he's taken now on the 3-ball count?
Maybe even taken 2.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Hey, that's a great job to work out the walk there. That's one thing managers like to see. You got to die hard at the plate, even down to your final out. You never know in this game.
Cameron Maben will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Oh, and he misses it.
Well, you know, he does have a long way to go to get to this ball, but geez, once you get there, catch it. I think he's going to tell you that he should have caught that ball, and the official scorer, he's going to agree with him too. He's going to get smacked with an error.
James McCann will stand in now, and hey, give these guys credit. They're not going down without a fight.
I'll tell you what, they're not too far away from making a game out of this one after all.
He's set, and the pitch. And he misses inside with that one, ball 1. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball, 1-1.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
Comes set, now the pitch. And now a good slider that doesn't quite catch the zone. It's 2-1 now. Slider can't find the zone here, and he's behind now, 3-1.
Just did manage to catch that one with the last 2 inches of his glove. That could have been trouble.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. And this ball's in the air to left field, and this should do it. And he's going to put this one away, and the Pirates have taken game 1 of the series on the road as the ball game is over.
Yeah, and with that, you already guarantee yourself no worse than a split in this quick 2-game series as they take the victory here in the opener.
And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was a thorn in their side all game long. You'll see there, he winds up with a 3-hit ball game, and a couple of those were key hits that helped lead his guys to victory.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Pirates win it 8-3. So long from Motown.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Pirates. 8 runs on 19 hits. 1 error. They left 10 men on.